Number 1, trade, resumption of debate.
I call the member for Goldstein.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and it's my great privilege to be able to get up and speak on this motion because the TPP-11 is one of the great achievements of this government. When it comes down to it, anybody who was there and remembers it, once there was an abandonment of the TPP by the US President Donald Trump, there were so many people who said, let it go, doesn't matter. We're not prepared to stand up for Australian jobs or workers or opportunities because there simply isn't the international appetite to progress this, particularly coming, frankly, from those opposite. And what we saw was Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, Malcolm Turnbull, then Prime Minister of Australia, come together and say, we are going to deliver this deal for Australia, for Japan, for the countries in the Asia-Pacific region. They were completely countercultural, scoffed and mocked by those who simply thought they understood trade policy better because nobody could understand Asia except the Labor Party, and went on and delivered one of the most historic regional trade agreements ever delivered in the world amongst 11 countries in our region to build the foundations of economic governance across the Asia-Pacific. The TPP-11 is a foundational building block in the economic opportunity and security that will deliver for this country in years to come. And it was not just a coalition government that delivered it, though they did. They did it against a backdrop of the scoffing, the snarling and the sneering of our political opponents who simply wanted to go with the fashion and the tide. And what is the outcome? What we know is that in 2017, nearly 1/4 or 24% of Australia's total exports, worth nearly $92 billion, went to TPP-11 countries and is only set to grow and will continue to grow as tariffs tumble and we see reform and opportunity through increased market access for so many goods and critically services under this agreement. Recent modelling undertaken by economists from Brandeis International Business School and Johns Hopkins University shows Australia's forecast to see $15.6 billion in net annual benefits to national income by 2030. An incredible opportunity and incredible growth for the Australian people. And let's not think about this just in terms of big numbers, though they are. What those numbers translate to is jobs. What those numbers translate to is new opportunity for Australians to get their step on the economic ladder and create their pathway to be able to live a full and successful life. That's why the Minerals Council of Australia modelling that was conducted for the Australian Industry Association, which found the Australian workers, jobs and businesses will benefit significantly from the TPP-11 trade agreement with increased national income, exports, investments and wages. But critically, what this agreement does is provide the foundation for those sectors of the economy where the vast majority of Australians work, but also Australia can naturally compete. Compete because we're competing on the basis of skills and in areas of high technology, high education standards and high proficiency, particularly in the space of services. And coming from the great state of Victoria, Deputy Speaker, where education services is our biggest export, this agreement provides the market opportunities for us to grow that potential through access of Australian universities and vocational institutions to deliver education services, including online education services, amongst the countries that are covered. This provides the pathway to see Victoria thrive and grow further. It isn't just in education services. The opportunity in financial services, another big export opportunity because of Australia's integrity in our financial system, but more critically because of the legal underpinnings that make it such an attractive destination for capital, where there will be guaranteed market access for investment advice and portfolio management services, collective investment schemes, as well as insurance for maritime shipping and international commercial aviation and freight. These may not be the sexy headlines, Deputy Speaker, that make on the front page of the paper, but they make a material difference in terms of our capacity as a country to continue to drive the uninterrupted economic growth that we have enjoyed. For thousands of Australians who go off and study law every year, there'll be new opportunities to be able to work in TPP 11 countries. The same for engineers, the same in transport and logistics services. The opportunities are endless. They're based on the horizons. There is no limit to the bounds of this great nation what can achieve.
I thank the member.